Hello guys, Dan here from Dan's Tech. In today's video guys, we're going to be having a look at a NAS from Synology. This is the DiskStation DS216j. Now if you guys aren't aware, a NAS stands for Network Attached Storage, and if you want to kind of simplify it even more, it's essentially a file server of which you can deploy in your home. Now I've been playing with this one from Synology for quite a bit, and so what I've got installed in here is two 2TB Seagate hard drives, and I've actually had this set up in RAID 1. For you guys that don't know, RAID 1 is a setup you can put 2 or more hard drives in, and what happens is that the actual system itself will duplicate the data from one drive to the other. So if one drive ever fails, what happens is that you won't lose any of your data. You'll just be asked to replace the failed drive, so that, say, if the other hard drive fails, you won't lose all your data again. So that's a really good thing about NAS devices. Now this one, yeah, it's 2-bit, as I've mentioned. It has loads of RAID modes, and essentially what I'm going to be doing in this video, guys, is showing you how to set it up, and just going to be going over some benchmarking to see the performance of this unit in general. We're going to be doing some tests with it directly plugged up to my computer, and then we're also going to be doing some tests over Wi-Fi just to see what the network speeds are like. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into it. So people, to get started, as for a quick unboxing, inside the box you get the NAS itself and many accessories. These include 2 parts of a wall adapter, a Cat5e Ethernet cable, many screws, and a quick start guide showing you how to assemble the unit with your hard drives or solid state drives. Moving on to the main unit, it comes in at 165mm in height, 226mm in depth, and 100mm in width. The weight of the empty unit is 0.9 kilo. The front of the device features all the LED lights and a power button to turn the device on. Both sides also feature the Synology logo, which double up as air intake. Under the device there is thicker rubber pads to reduce hard drive vibrations on hard surfaces. Around back there's a small fan which blows the warm air out of the unit, of which I can report is very quiet. You can also change the speed of this fan in the DSM software. You'll also find 2 USB 3 ports, a network port, as well as a Kensington lock. And as for installing your drives, you want to slide the NAS apart and to slide in both of your drives. Once you're in place, you can screw in the 4 screws for each, making sure then to screw the NAS together with the 2 screws in the back. For all my testing, I'll be using 2 Seagate desktop 2TB drives. Onto the setup, you want to connect the NAS to your router with the included Ethernet cable and plug the wall adapter into the unit also. Once you're back at your machine, you can type DiskStation:5000 into your browser, and from here your browser will install the DiskStation software onto the NAS. The software says it'll take about 10 minutes, but in my instance this was around 5-6 minutes. After the installation, you want to set up a username and password to access the software, and also so you have credentials to access your files throughout the internet when you're away from home, and so you can map the network drive in Windows. For the tests I'm going to be performing today, I'm going to configure a RAID 1 volume with the 2 2TB hard drives and run some benchmarks through the network, and also when connected directly to the computer with the Ethernet cable. A RAID 1 volume should represent what most people would choose. First up, as for transferring files from my personal computer through Wi-Fi, the read and write speeds are around 6 megabytes per second. Not the fastest, but then my Wi-Fi signal isn't exactly the best, at around 45 megabit per second. As for testing my HP Intel i7 based laptop set next to the router, transfer speeds increased to about 11 megabytes per second, faster than before but still not amazing by any stretch, but faster than a transfer to most cheap USB 3.0 flash drives. Onto the tests, while hooked up with the cable we see much better speeds. Again, I'm transferring many project files for upcoming videos. These include MP4, MP3 and Adobe Premiere files. Write speeds for a 8.87 gig transfer were 90 megabytes per second, taking 97.6 seconds to complete. And as for the read speeds, for a 9.26 gigabyte transfer, this came back at 104.9 megabytes per second, taking 88.2 seconds to complete. Overall, these are good speeds and close to Synology's rated speeds. I've also found to get the best of speeds, you'll want to map the network drive. You can do this in the My Computer section on your PC and fill in name and folder, in this case Dan's Tech and folder 1. And lastly, before I conclude, one main selling point for this NAS is the power pull from the wall. Synology advertised 16 watts and 7 watts in hard drive hibernation mode. I can confirm the unit pulls a very low number under the hibernation state, however it does pull a bit more when running normally, with this increasing up to 2 to 3 watts when writing or reading data. I assume power draw would be lower with smaller hard drives or SSDs installed. Anyhow, let's conclude on this unit from Synology. So guys, that's my review of the 2-bay NAS from Synology. Overall a very good device. I do like the fact that the read and write speeds that I've got from the device are very similar to the ones that Synology do put out on their website. Now, if you do use proper hard drives that are meant to be in network attached devices like this NAS, you'll probably get a lot higher speeds and will really be on par with the ones that Synology do put out on their website. Now, just to kind of conclude and just kind of just some final thoughts on the appearance of the device. It is a relatively small unit, relatively light, and it does have modern connectivity. You do get your two USB 3s there. Overall, nice device. It is quiet as well. The setup procedure is relatively simple, and just overall, I'm very pleased with it. If you guys are thinking of picking up a 2-bay NAS, there isn't really a reason why I wouldn't recommend this one. Yeah, it is the most bought on Amazon, and it's got very, very good reviews over there as well. So feel free to pick it up if you want. And yeah, it's going to be the end of my review on this Synology NAS. I would have really liked to go in depth on the actual manager that Synology have kind of preloaded on this, but one thing I wanted to do is just kind of benchmark the speed and kind of go over the installation processes. I think a lot of you guys that pick up one of these might want to kind of watch before you do make a final purchasing decision. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and also subscribe. You'll find a good link for this on Amazon, and also to find out further specs on Synology's website. And in general, I do have all my affiliate links down there in the description. It does really help out the channel when you guys do use them links. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.